What's up, guys, and welcome to hopefully many of this talk show kind of style community podcast, Xbox Live party chat, like OG feel fires. I don't know, Jedi. What like this is just people jumping in and chatting and having fun, man.
Was it like first edition but updated Skype 5.0? Sorry, that's what it.
Do you remember all those times, like old school days when you were gaming with the bros and like you had the Xbox party chat and you talked about all kinds of crazy stuff and had fun?
Okay, so before we go to Xbox 360, are we going back like PS2 when you could have like at least a good broadband thing and you only had like, what was it, the one earpiece with a giant mic, so all you had was like this, but this just was like a little earpiece?
Totally, dude, where all you could hear is just them talking. You had the TV up and you had the echo effect and like the guys with the fans in the background.
And then yes, going towards the 360 when consoles actually came with a headset.
Yep.
Rip to PlayStation players.
Yep, dude. It's so hopefully if you're watching this live on YouTube or watching it later, we're wanting to try to do this more. We have guys like Jedi come into the community. He's a streamer. He's been a gamer for a long time. We want more guys like this just to jump in, and we're just going to chit chat and talk about stuff that's happening in video games, movies, TV, whatever. And
TV is getting good,
dude. There's some good stuff that we can talk about, but yeah. So hopefully we can get this kind of rolling, get more people in the community. The only rule that we have really to join is you got to be in our Discord, which the Discord link is in our description down below on YouTube. If you're listening to this on audio, welcome. Hopefully this won't be too crazy. And we want to make it very community focused. So like walk saying, hey here. And Jedi, dude, I love the freaking background. It's like this.
Yeah, you like the new place? Yeah.
Let
me tell you, like ever since like the fall of the Jedi Order over here, they really updated us over here with the luxury of rooms. No, when we were talking about this previous, when you had the idea of everything, and I was like, sure, I'll hop in. It's been a minute since we've gamed. We haven't really got to chat too much except for here and there on messages. And so I was like, well, I'm in a bedroom right now. And I was like, different from my setup from when I lived in Texas. So I was like, well, let's see what I can do on here. So I was like,
talking about your favorite team or whatever from Texas, Optic, right? Dude, what was that you were telling me? Like the prize pools on some of these things, dude, what am I doing with my life? I should be like playing in some of these prize pools.
Well, I mean, so right now, because you missed champs. I was supposed to fly out there. I was supposed to go out there and actually go to champs. I had everything ready to go, and then family stuff, trumps over everything. So I got to watch it from home, but my boys from Optic they're originally from Hex, who owns Optic, is from El Paso, aka he's from Mexico first, came to El Paso, started Optic. I've been an Optic fan since I competed like challengers way back in like the CWL. If anyone knows what that is, that was World League. So Optic's always been like a huge place in my heart, regardless of everything that I've started from then on. But they just finished the CDL this year. Optic is your world champions in the US at the moment. And now they are competing in the eSport World Cup, which started last month. And it's in Saudi Arabia. Let me see if I can pull this up for you.
Dude, the money you were showing me on those was freaking ridiculous.
Oh, dude. So the eSports World Cup, when they announced this, everyone was like, dude, is this just like a prize pool thing? What's going to happen with this and everything? And I was just like, I don't know, dude. Saudi Arabia's got a lot of money. And if they're putting something on this, everything that I've heard from the pro players, from people I've talked to that play professionally and everything, they're getting treated better than what you would imagine. Like, everyone's like the Olympics right now, right? Everyone's like, oh man, they're probably staying in some good hotels, eating good food. No, Saudi Arabia is treating them way better.
Yeah.
Let me see if
do you have that pulled up? I want to see the prize pool. We're talking about the prize pools, Nate, for the CDL.
Should be right.
For the what?
This is for
eSports World Cup.
Oh, dude. Okay.
So we'll start from where it all started. Because, okay, so first it started with League of Legends, and that's $1 million prize pool. And here's the crazy thing. So how they have the tournament set up is every team for whatever you're competing in has a piece that goes onto this trophy. So if you beat a team, they have to hand you their medal, and you have two options. You either get to keep it, but if you keep it, you get to keep it for yourself. That goes on your, that's going on your eSport World Cup trophy. If not, you get to take theirs and you get to put in one of those like metal smasher things. I don't know if you watch TikTok where it's like one of those like,
yep,
you see the little metal thing come down.
The thing's getting smashed. Yeah.
Yeah. So you get to smash a team's logo, basically. That's part of a trophy. And so they did League of Legends first, which T1 ended up winning it. It was actually kind of cool. That was the first time I ever watched a League of Legends professional event.
I should have done this competitive stuff, man, as a kid. Look at this. How much money is there, dude? It's ridiculous.
So this is prize pool for this. And then you obviously have Call of Duty World of Warzone. So you have all the crazy Warzone players that are actually like Team Falcons. They're a challengers team, but it was $1 million prize. But because of how everyone placed, it split the money up. So was it squads? Four people plus whatever the team gets on top of the coach, splitting 200,000.
I'll split that.
A game I've never even heard of, MSC. I don't even know what that is. That was a $3 million pool prize.
That is ridiculous, dude.
Free Fire, I've heard of it. I never played it. That was $1 million prize. Oh, Dota 2, $5 million prize.
Born just a little too early.
Yeah, I know, right, bro? Nate,
I mean?
like, geez, man.
I was really good at Counter-Strike growing up, and I played all the way since 1.0, and I just kind of, it wasn't, it was just like LAN, so I love Counter-Strike.
Yeah,
I know.
One of the toughest leagues to get into if you're trying to franchise one.
Yeah, I was gonna say my old school days in Halo 2, man. If only I was that good and my reflexes were that good and they had price pools like this, like is what I am now.
Well, I mean,
like LAN tournaments.
Dude, look at this. Fun. I want Neil, read what this is that I'm circling. What does this say?
PUBG Mobile?
PUBG
Mobile.
$3 million.
Jeez.
$3 million for playing on a phone.
Mobile. Jeez, man. I don't know what we're
and then it gets better
doing with our lives.
Hold on, it gets better. They did PUBG also. Street Fighter. Fortnite was $1 million, Tekken 8, ESL, Rocket League. Yeah, PUBG, $2 million. $2 million prize pool for regular PUBG.
That's freaking ridiculous, dude.
Yeah, so right now, StarCraft 2 is going on. Dude, watching this is like watching. Do you remember watching StarCraft back in the day? Where it was like US, China,
it's
Korea.
Like that meme where they're like sweating so hard. Like that's what I imagine it.
I watched a little bit of this today. Dude, it's still sweat, bro. I do not understand how they play StarCraft 2 that fast. And then obviously, like also
COD.
The very end, you got COD, which is funny because to explain everything a little bit better.
You would think it would be more for COD as well, because like that's a huge game, right?
It is, but they split it up into between Warzone and competitive multiplayer. So like Amit Brooklyn, they're a challengers team. Vegas Legion, Carolina, and Optic, CDL teams. They literally broke these in like how you would watch a World Cup, Group A, B, C. Cloud9 took over New York Subliners, so now they're New York. They are NYC9. And then from here,
you're speaking French to me.
I'm sorry.
I never got into that.
So here's the lineup, because Optic is undefeated right now, and mind you, they're coming off of that. We just won Champs High. They've got the trophy, they got the jacket, they got the ring. So now they're coming into this playing. So what used to be, you would play, there's winners bracket, losers bracket. This is all now down to single elimination. So best of 5, whoever wins between Optic and Cloud. So first person to 3 is moving on. If you lose, there's no losers bracket. You're gone.
You're done. And you get no money or what?
No. So after today, so yesterday was the first day. If you got knocked out yesterday, you go home with nothing. If you lost today, you were guaranteed 40,000. So,
Nate, what are we doing with our life, bro? Let's get a COD team together.
Hey man, look, I just got to break it to the wife. Like,
so
I'm gonna quit my job. You need to shut up and let me practice.
Play all day. Yeah.
Okay, so here's the downfall to getting into the CDL. Talk to Jerry Jones or an NFL sports owner and see if he'll put up the money, because it's like
he probably would.
It's like $9 million because you have to pay. You actually have to. So this is why I left in 2019 from playing League, because when Black Ops 4 hit was to be on a team, you have to have a franchise team, which is why you have Optic Texas, Las Vegas region, blah, blah, blah. They franchised it, which was a terrible move, because look at what happened with the Overwatch League. Oh, Overwatch League doesn't exist anymore. So you have to pay your minimum contract players. Actually, the minimum payment of your contract players is $50,000 a month. That's their salary. Dang. And
I'd take it.
I No Life Gaming not making that kind of money. I don't know what Mulehorn Gaming's making over there, but I mean, I might jump ship,
dude. Hey, we're this close to getting partnered on YouTube, man. So I'm hoping soon.
I know. I can't wait to celebrate that with you guys. So, but yeah, that's
the gist of it.
That's literally the World Cup right now, which is in Saudi Arabia. You guys can stream it live. They play at like ridiculous hours because it's super hot during the day because it's in the Middle East over there. They literally Optic started at 7 a.m. Pacific time, so 9 a.m. your guys' time. Yeah, so everything is being done at like 2 and 4 in the morning their time for us to be able to watch it.
So the main viewers,
But no, like looking at all the Twitter feeds from all the players, some of the guys that I know and everything from Optic and stuff, like they are being treated like it's like royalty over there. Like anything that has to do with professional sports, they're like, oh, your bed's not comfy, we'll get you a new mattress. Don't worry about it. Or, oh, you like this food? And apparently they
got the money.
They do. And everyone loves them over there. It doesn't matter gender or anything. Like everyone, they just said between like the people and like the organization from the Saudis, like just being grateful for everything, they're just having a blast.
Yeah.
And then you come back to the States and you're like, oh man, this bed sucks.
Yep. Especially hotel beds, they suck.
Yeah.
Hey, so
big time.
Walk said he saw Deadpool and Wolverine. Have you guys seen it?
I've seen it 3 times.
I've seen it
in 3 different versions.
Can we
how
drop spoilers? I guess it's been long enough, right?
If you've been on TikTok,
spoilers.
everything's
you've seen it. Yeah.
If you really wanted to see it, you're gonna see it, right?
Yeah.
So I'll let Nate start off.
Well, to me, it's not the best one. I still like the first one. I don't like
better than this one.
Yes,
bro. What?
Yes, and it's a story. I'm kind of tired of the multiverse stuff. I'm gonna be honest. This whole multiverse storytelling is getting out of hand, and I don't want to. I wish some movies can just kind of sit on its own. I mean, this one, I don't think I've ever seen all the Marvel movies, right? But from the first one, it was a story. The second one's probably the weakest, but not bad, right?
Yeah.
The third one, it was just a fun time. That's how I sum it up. It was fun. It was fun to watch. It was great to see my dude Wesley Snipes. I mean, that's always been my favorite Marvel movie ever.
Yes.
So to add to the point, I get the whole like we're the Marvel, the multiverse. The whole point of that movie was making fun of that whole multiverse thing.
That's what I thought was great.
That's what the best part of that whole movie was. He was making fun of it because they're like, why do you need all of this and this and this? Which brought in some key points of stuff that he made fun of. I mean, look at when he had to go find a Wolverine, Henry Cavill, jab at Superman. I did like that. It did bring a lot of like the comic book stuff of the Wolverines, like the different ways of whatever. I mean, I saw it in standard 3D and in XD. Don't know why I needed to see it that many times, but I did.
Because it was fun. Dude, this is a freaking lesson that Disney needs to take. if you just make something that's good and fun and don't try to like throw a bunch of other crap into the movie, people will watch it because it's like how many? It already did like $1 billion or something like that, right?
As of what?
Like it's insane.
Sunday or Saturday? It was 1 billion. I saw a tweet on it. It was. I know they hit the billion, but I can't remember if the post was from Saturday or Friday or Sunday. It was sometime in the last couple days.
I'm going to Box Office Mojo just to check it out right now.
The thing is this isn't Deadpool 3, right? That's what I mean. Like, there's
Correct.
the story is just kind of like there's no real. It was kind of like a pointless movie to make, but it was just fan service.
Correct, because what's his name? Who played Cable? Why am I having a blank of the actor's name?
The same guy that played
something Brolin, right?
Thanos,
yeah. Because he was upset he didn't get he wanted to be in it, but when they found out it wasn't Deadpool 3, that's kind of like, because yeah, and I like how it did service to Wolverine. So even though they didn't bring back Wolverine from Logan, they brought back a Wolverine.
Yeah.
And let's face it, seeing some of like they talked about like some of the thrown away, cast away Marvel characters like Elektra, when they thought Johnny was Cap.
That was funny. Yeah, that was good. That was a good little
Gambit, because I feel bad for Channing Tatum because he even said, when Fox had Marvel, as soon as Disney bought it out, they kind of axed Gambit to the back burner.
See, and that's okay. So like with that Gambit situation, right? I didn't know Channing Tatum was going to play a Gambit, so that just kind of went like over my head.
That was
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if you're not following, it's kind of like meh. I mean, I liked him as Gambit. He actually fit really well.
And it brought up more memes than anything else since the movie came out.
Yeah, that's what I was. So Walk also had this comment too about Joker being the highest grossing R-rated, which they were at, as you see, this Hollywood Reporter said 1.07 billion in 2019. And now Deadpool in 19 days has passed 1 billion. Like,
okay, so little over 2 weeks.
So wait. Oh, hold on. Yeah, joined it, and it ties with the Avengers becoming the fourth fastest MCU title to pass 1 billion. Jeez. Avengers Endgame tops the list 5 days, followed by Avengers Infinity War 11 days, and Spider-Man No Way Home 12 days. So that's freaking insane, dude. You get that much money, like that's crazy to me. $1 billion in a movie already.
And the movie's still got another 2 weeks left before they decide to go digital or
Disney Plus or something. Or
what was the budget for it? That's what I'm curious about.
That's a great question.
Because you know what, the highest grossing is still, I think, Blair Witch and Paranormal Activity, because of that. They spent like $14,000 to make it.
Yeah. Okay.
That opening weekend, they killed the box office.
Google says the budget was $200 million.
Okay. So they're definitely.
So what's your take? Some bank.
Can you imagine pitching this movie on Shark Tank? Okay, so what was your budget? Couple mil. And what was your take home? Couple $100 million.
You're gonna dig up the bones of one of our favorite characters at the start, dude. That was brilliant. I love them. And they were like, we're just gonna, have fun,
dude. And look. Did you see what NSYNC now called the Bye 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 song? That is now, I think, #1 on Spotify right now. It is now Bye Bye Bye, the Deadpool Wolverine song.
Oh my gosh, dude. That's so freaking good. That's so good. Yeah. It's
okay. No spoilers on No Way Home. I just saw you pop that up. I need to watch it. I have not seen that one yet.
How have you not seen that?
I haven't.
You've seen Deadpool 3 times.
So
I understand because you.
So can we do a Spider-Man thing real quick? Tobey Maguire will always be #1. Andrew Garfield will always be the Amazing Spider-Man because he literally looks like Peter Parker from the animated series back in the early 90s.
Yeah.
So I liked that. I like him in the video games because he's the most OP, like in a. What was that Marvel game? Deadly Alliance?
Maximum Carnage? That was a good one. From a long time ago.
Yeah.
That one takes you back.
Yeah.
That was the one on the SNES, right? Where you could play Venom and or Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, they go way back.
I have that on my phone because Delta.
It was
a cool
painfully fun.
app. But yeah, I will get to the Spider-Man. Give me a few days.
Yeah, you gotta watch it, man. It's not on Disney Plus. None of the Spider-Mans are on Disney Plus, are they?
No.
Yeah, that sucks. I mean, that was a good one. I really liked it. I mean, I recently did a tier list, and Walt kind of went in on me because I didn't put the Spider-Mans as high.
It's fail.
But yeah.
By the way, hi Prime.
He's not a
Good to see you
Spider-Man
again.
fan at all. There's no way he likes Spider-Man.
Yeah, right.
What's up, gentlemen?
Just got handsome with Primetime's beautiful beard over there.
Oh yeah. Look
Oh,
at
hey.
look at that carnivore right there.
Is
Dude,
Prime
the
ready to get into the esports
carnivore
too?
diet
Does he
is
want in on a
legit.
little the cha-ching?
Yeah, what do you
Yeah.
do? What are you doing, old man diet over there?
Well, this lean dad bod is all due to carnivore diet.
Okay.
Need some proteins all day, baby.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I cheat every once in a while, but
Yeah, you get that
It
that
ain't
Dr. Pepper cotton candy from Bucky's, don't you?
Oof.
no, it's
Don't tell me no. I
beaver nuggets. Got him.
Hey, I
Buc-ee's
got
is
a
amazing.
good question for you guys.
Uh-oh.
Right here, I'm gonna throw it up on the screen.
Okay.
Gaming sucks right now.
I'll tell you what.
Um,
I don't know about sucks, but all the risk is gone.
boring.
These high budgets. It's become
Oh no, I take that back because I'm in a couple betas. I take that back.
Hold on, I'm excited. Yeah, but I can't tell you about it. But I'm excited.
No, I can on this one.
Okay.
Well, besides
Tell me
Breakout
more.
Arena, that was fun. I still play that. Delta. If you have not gotten to the beta of Delta Force, let me know. I will hit up a
I
dev
think
for
I
a code.
put in for it. Like,
So
but I don't know.
So it is. So think of I had to think about it because it's like, man, Delta Force. When was the last time I played Delta Force? PS2 Black Hawk Down was the last time I
Yeah.
played a Delta Force game.
hear
PS
good
and
things.
PC prior to that. This new one takes Battlefield, but not 2042. I had to tell everyone when they were watching me stream it, I was all, do not compare this to 2042 because it's the whole attack, defend, like you want to take over point A, point B, you move the territory thing up.
Yeah.
Now take amazing graphics, amazing gameplay, and a little bit of kind of like some of COD tactics to it, just without the jumping around and everything. I'm
That's
telling
it?
you, that is it.
Okay.
This game plays to everything you could possibly want in a game. Yeah, you hit a couple cheaters here and there. Their devs are on it.
You'll know
not
about that.
No.
No,
lobby
cheaters,
you'll
I'm
in.
out. No. It can't
It's
be
not
as
as
bad as
it's
COD.
not as bad as what you would think. But I'm telling you right now, the devs, you do one report because I'm in their Discord and you go, hey, I reported this guy. Here's the game. Here's the name of it and everything. They will dig into it and they will watch whatever game that he's in
Happens.
Well,
and go.
It is a.
and
Sorry.
it's, dude, walls are destructible. The ground's destructible. I got a couple clips I posted on TikTok of playing this. The vehicles are amazing. Like, and the fact that there is no pay to play on this, they have two modes. You have your multiplayer, and then you have your, we call it arcade Tarkov because they do have a loot, shoot, and extract mode on there too. They
Yeah.
are dropping a new map on here soon. They're updating it, but there is no pay to play. And everyone's like, oh, well, you can buy credits for this. And they go, yeah, but it's cosmetics.
Free to play. Yeah. It's cosmetic,
cosmetics.
extraction
Like,
shooter.
There is no pay to play. There is no OP on this. You pick a character, and certain operators can use certain weapons out of the ARs, LMGs, snipers. Some can't use those weapons at all, and you're stuck to ARs, LMGs. But I will say this game is done very well, and it's hard to explain without playing it.
I've watched a few live streams of it.
But if you can get into it, if you don't get into it, let me know. I will message one of the devs. And I've been beyond,
Big
like,
boy got dev contacts.
I've been beyond, like, above and beyond. Every time I play, even with like friends, there's a couple times you're just like, dude, how is he hitting me? It is all about your breath hold control, what weapon, what attachments you're using, because there is no meta build. You find something that works for you as a sniper, SMG, or AR, or
That's
LMGs.
what I like.
And okay, I have not come across the flamethrower person yet, but there is a boss in the game, because right now they're showing you the loot and shoot right now. So this is your this is your Tarkov play style. You can res your team, and there are also other teams. They haven't confirmed how many other teams join in with you that can also kill you.
Wow.
But overall, go ahead.
I was saying, does this feel like a little Rainbow Sixy? It looks like the time to kill is really, really short too.
It depends. Headshots with snipers, yes. AR, it's about 2, depending on the bullet or the round that you use, which also takes up a slot. You have 5 slots, or so. You have, or no. You can fit any option, but with your mag and ammo, I think that cancels out what you can and can't use.
Gotcha.
This part of the trailer, I don't know what they're showing. I'm assuming this is going to be when the game releases what the mission mode is going to be.
Yeah, this is Hawk Ops or like their black, what they call it at the start. They showed it at the start. Hold on. Let me see here. Mute it so you guys don't hear the cinematic, but Black Hawk Down trailer is what they called it.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know if it's going to be co-op or not, but right now, like how I get hyped for Call of Duty, which we'll get to that one on another level.
Yeah, it's looking very yeah.
Okay,
Games suck.
Nah, Treyarch's good. They've had 2 years to work on their game. We'll get into that after we're done with this one. But no, the game dude, everything about this game feels great. There's only one character who gets a speed boost, and basically he's the only one that can sprint a little bit faster and can actually combat slide.
Nice.
Other than that, everything's balanced. Movement is pretty much the same. Weapons.
Yeah.
So for instance, let's say I'm using a weapon, and let's say Mule and Thaddeus and Nick are like, dude, what weapon do you have? I can share my weapon code to you as long as you have it unlocked to the levels of the attachments, and you can save that loadout to your character profile.
Yeah, I was going to say, I noticed too, I was looking at this, they have a lot of different game modes. I saw maybe I just saw it a second ago. Yeah, single player, PvP, co-op. It's cross-platform multiplayer.
I don't know when it comes to console. I've been only focused and playing on.
It'll hit Switch first.
It'll hit Switch first.
It's coming to the Switch too.
Yeah,
right.
Yep, for sure, 100%.
Yeah.
Don't let N64 Josh know.
Yeah,
right.
But yeah, the PC. Shout out to Primetime for going with the company that I recommended for him.
Hey-o!
Yes, sir.
Okay, and that was the wisest advice you've given me and ever. I normally don't listen to you, but that time I did, and it was good.
Yeah.
So
next build's going through them again too, but bigger case.
Oh, yeah.
I was kind of thinking, like, Nate, I want to hear your thoughts, because I know you play a lot different games than we do. You're more of the platformer Nintendo guy.
I mean, not really, right? I just burnt out on the humongous. Yeah, I do that. I do that when I'm like, all right, I'm tired of these large inventories. I almost said the A word. These large inventories and these large open world maps and these fetch quests. It's just like, get this out of here. I don't want. Yeah. It's like 100 and something gigs. I'm like, I just don't have time. I don't have time to play this stuff. I don't. I'm excited for Splitgate 2 though. That looks pretty. They look like they really updated that.
Okay, so for Splitgate 2, how long do you think it goes non-COVID?
I don't know. The servers really kicked their butt last time.
Yeah,
their server issues. But there's something about the portal and the moving where camping is not a thing. I mean, you still can. But Splitgate 2.
Can you put your pecker in the dirt? Is the question.
No. Well, I don't know. But the videos they've showed,
as long as your portal is down there, yes.
Yeah. I like the whole portal aspect of it. It's kind of like want to go over there, boom, boom, boom. No need to run. It's like fast travel.
Did you ever play it, Prime? Mule, I thought we played it before, didn't we?
I played the first one. It was okay, but I didn't get into the whole portal thing. Like, I didn't
played
use
it
the
at a
portals
PAX
that much.
convention once, and I was like, "This is cool," but you know me. I'm not really much of a PvP guy.
Shooter, yeah.
If you like Halo, mixed with Portal, you have Splitgate.
See,
Does
that's
it
the
run
thing.
faster than Halo? Because Halo's pretty slow when you run.
No, but Splitgate, you don't. I mean, they have a run.
You have your
sprint.
POV set to.
They have a double jump.
I just watched Mio play it. Sorry,
What were you saying, Nate? They have what?
They have like double jump. They have the sprint. I don't know if they're adding slide. They didn't have slide on the other one. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
But look, they didn't have power ups like this before, so they're adding a lot of stuff. Like,
Okay.
I mean, they had the.
I mean,
solo-
like
it felt
all-
good. It felt good as a shooter. It just
Yeah.
didn't capture it for me because, like, I don't know. I just maybe I was just burnt out and I don't know.
I mean, it released in like 2016. I mean, just Steam.
And
And
it
then
was,
when
it's
it
been
was
around
just
for a
two
while.
I think it was two devs that did it too. They were in college
Yeah.
when they did it. Like they
Yeah.
they made the game while they were in college.
So they kind of dumped this one because it was too hard. The old one, I mean, because it was too hard to like keep up, right? With the mechanics
code
they
and all
wanted
that,
to add and all this stuff. So they just said, all right, we're gonna go to Unreal Engine, probably 5 or whatever. But there's just something about the fast-paced stuff and the arena shooters that
So you're an Overwatch guy then?
What?
You're an Overwatch guy? You like arena
don't curse
shooters?
me like that.
No, he likes
I
the
have never
Marvel
touched-
one.
I have never touched a hero shooter. You know that. That's why. I mean, I've played it.
I had
That's
to
how I
trigger
know I
you a
don't
little
like it.
Yeah.
Well,
So-
so now you're
so-
Jones over Concord.
So
Come
what
on.
about like what
No.
about like what is it? Is it Dota that's like League of Legends, but it's more first person?
Dota?
Yeah.
Never heard of it.
Well, did y'all see Shroud's new game?
Oh, don't give me. I'm not going for it. I don't.
Come
want
on, tell me what you think, Jedi.
Tell me how you feel.
it. Okay, so you guys ever play Valorant?
Yes.
You guys ever play Borderlands? That's his game.
Yes.
Borderlands is the-
That's his game. I'm sorry, but if we're gonna come out with a game, I mean, cool, you can play two different places at once and swip back and forth, but I feel like mechanically, I don't know. I don't know.
That's
I
the
don't know.
thing for
Borderlands
me,
made
man.
a great movie.
Oh my god.
Okay, so if you,
Are we going there?
has
Yeah,
anyone
let's go
seen it
there.
though? Has anyone seen it? Because I don't listen. IGN gave Deadpool Wolverine a 7.
Yeah, they're not.
What? IGN
Seven's
is
your favorite
idiots,
number,
dude.
no matter how good or bad it is.
I was like, but yet they'll give Alien Romulus a 9, which I've heard good things about it. My
Yeah,
friends are seeing it
looks,
tonight.
it looks really good. I cannot wait to see it.
Did you
I
see
was
the
hoping
pop-
our
did you see
friend
the
Josh
popcorn?
could come in because he saw it. He said he really liked it.
Alien?
Yeah,
The new one?
N64 Josh, he watched it. Yeah.
Oh, he went. Did he go to the midnight premiere?
I don't know. He messaged me today. He was like, "Hey, I went and saw it," and he said he loved it. So
Yeah, it's awesome. That's awesome.
That's good.
Yeah.
Did he get the popcorn bucket
I heard those went fast. So I don't know.
for
bet
$35?
they did.
But
Oh
they're
my god!
they are
What
they
is
are
that?
the coolest
That's-
out of all the movies that have come out. Like
True.
between-
The face
like,
hugger on there looks legit.
like Dune, little iffy. Lots of
even
dirty
find
meme jokes
Oh
on
yeah,
the Dune
look
one.
at that, dude.
Right.
Yeah, and it lights up.
Yes.
And it lights up.
Oh,
Oh my gosh, dude.
Tell
I
me-
would
tell me
drop
that is
35 for
not-
that. Yeah,
Tell me
yeah,
that is not the coolest popcorn bucket that you've seen in
That's
I don't
pretty
know
sick.
how long.
I like
yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah.
That's
for sure.
pretty sick. I'm not gonna lie.
Like I
That's
don't
some
even know if I
crazy
would
good
let.
marketing.
I don't think I would even let popcorn
No,
delicious butter touch it.
Instacase.
Like
Put it in a
That's
plexi
going up
case.
on the shelf back here,
Right,
like
right,
somewhere.
right.
You know?
why can't we get
Yeah.
a Master Chief Alien crossover?
What?
I mean,
Still
we
like
could.
Alien.
Oh, R.I.P. Are we allowed to
What
talk about? Are we allowed to talk about the? Yeah, that was another one that I saw, but I wasn't sure if that was legit or if someone 3D just printed it and just cleaned it up.
It's a popcorn bucket shadow drop today, along with a new cup.
That is pretty cool.
What?
So is that what happens when you run out of the display cup glass one?
Oh, is that
Oh,
Beetlejuice
cool.
making one too? I think
Dude,
Beetlejuice
don't-
is making one too.
Dude, if they are, I'm buying it because I'm taking my mom to the premiere of it.
Dude, that movie gave me nightmares as a kid.
Beetlejuice?
Yeah, that thing was
Dude, I
freaking
must-
weird, dude.
I must be a weird kid because I made my mom have to buy that 3 times on VHS.
How did Chewbacca not scare you as a kid, Mule?
He did, dude.
Oh my god!
Have you seen the holiday special with the Chewbacca face? Have you not seen that, dude? It's scary.
Memo:
I
Do not.
Dude,
As much as I want to go to Galaxy's Edge, do not bring Mule. I do not want Chewbacca to come up and scare him.
I'm serious. Have you not like it's the stuff of nightmare fuel.
So
like,
Chewbacca's not a zombie, so I don't understand what the problem is.
dude, look at his face.
Oh well, that one's kind of
like
crazy.
That can't
Looks
be
like
real. There's
Five
no
Nights
way.
at Freddy's.
Yeah, that was real. It's like really bad. I need to find a picture of it. It's
What-
really
what-
bad, dude.
What screenshot on
Hold on.
VHS was that?
Dude, it's really bad. Like here's Chewbacca's house. It's-
Wow.
Oh my god.
I'm just waiting
there
for
it
him
is.
to.
There, there,
he-
look, there it is right there.
That is. Can you blow that up? Is that
Yeah,
a
let me
thing?
see it. Let me
Dude,
see if
that
I can
looks-
click on this.
It looks like something from
What is
Critters and
happening?
No, it gets
Chewbacca
worse. It gets
That's
worse.
definitely a Critters.
Okay, I could see the horror element in that if I was a kid too.
And the Luke Skywalker chip.
I
Oh my
like
gosh.
lightsabers.
That's scary, dude. Like, look at that. That's nightmare fuel. Like, what is that thing,
Mm.
man?
Man.
Jeez. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
So where did I miss Walls Away?
We were talking about a game suck. So gaming sucks right now.
I mean, to piggyback off the video you did, I think games do suck because, man, the corporate greed and things that are trying to be injected into games is just not working the past several years. And I think we're seeing that because, they always say, play with your, basically speak with your wallet. And that's happening. We got games dropping off left and right.
Yeah, like look at you.
Big names dropping off left and right. Games that are
spending-
losing hype, like Star Wars Outlaws and Suicide Squad. I mean, it's just, I think Mule's had it forever. And I agree with it. Make games that are fun and geared towards the audience and know that's going to make you the money. And that's always been there. Instant success. But you got stuff playing around with developers that don't need to be there.
I don't know if it's all that extra stuff. I think sometimes it's just there's too much. There's an overabundance of stuff too.
That
Especially
happens
when
too.
you're on Game
Simplicity.
Pass.
Okay, so do games suck, or are we just being those toxic kids that just want to break down games because we're just not happy?
No, here's the thing, man. I literally just made a video about this. Like this, because Nate Shot was talking about like there's this weird thing where all gamers want games to fail immediately. I don't think that's the case. I just think that we've become jaded because there's just crap games. Because it's what's happening in the housing market, and it's now happening in games where you have all these huge investors. Like, I don't want to say the word because I don't want YouTube to be like, let's suppress this video. But there's certain investor groups that have gone in and bought up tons of real estate for houses, right? I mean, they're doing it in the Austin area right now with Apple. Like they're buying tons of houses so they can put their employees in them, right? So they can outbid anybody, right? And so the same thing is happening in the video game industry. We have all these large investors come in. They want to mitigate risk. And so they say, do these formulas and just give us the bottom line and make us a lot of money. They don't care if they make you a good game. They don't care if you have fun. All they care about is, can I get tons of my investment back? So you're going to get tons of micros. You're going to have a battle pass. You're going to have bloat. You're going to have needless side missions that just keep you in the game for hours that you don't need to be in the game for.
And there's the risk that goes bye-bye. Because in the 360 generation, there was always new stories, new types of games, different mechanics. And it was just like...
And they went all in back then.
But-
all in. And made it
got
big.
all 3 Gears games on 360. We haven't got
Okay, so can we blame the internet and the early release of all these like upcoming games, and then they just get pushed back? Why can't we go to right like a month before the game gets pushed, or we know, hey, COD used to be an October launch, Battlefield used to be a November launch. Why can't we go to, here's a little sneak peek and it's coming out this year? Like, why do we gotta like, okay, Starfield. I liked Starfield. I enjoyed Starfield. I have nothing bad about Starfield. I think they hyped it too far. They launched it. The game was there, the execution was poor. But look at how long. What when did they announce it at the Gaming Awards? What year was that? And then 2 years later, by the way, and then they show like so much of the game. I get it's a big game. You didn't have to show us that much.
Right.
Like Super Smash Bros. Came out.
I mean, that's
Halo came
minuscule.
out. Halo came out. Remember when Halo first dropped? Everyone's like, dude, what is Halo? And then Halo 2, as soon as they announced Halo 2, no one needed to know a trailer. No one wanted to see what was coming up. We were there. We're like, Halo 2. And then Halo 3. Where were you guys at during Halo 3? I know for a fact you guys were either ditching work, no offense, or in high school, because we're not that far in an age gap, or playing Counter-Strike. We were all at a GameStop. We were outside in a line of 300 plus people, depending on the size of the town. My town was probably maybe about 80 people.
I did that for Halo 2, so I aged myself.
Like, did the same thing for Destiny. Did the same thing for Destiny 2. Rip Destiny 2, because to me, Destiny 2 kind of, no offense, Meal. I know you guys love Destiny.
No, dude. No. It's the problem with these large investment firms, because you're driven by MBAs and CEOs rather than creative people. And because of that, creative people inherently take risk. And they want to mitigate that risk, so they drive you out. And so you get boring formula games.
So do you think Bungie decided when they wanted to step away with their contract with Microsoft to do whatever they were doing, their creative went down? Or do you think it kind of just leveled
I think
out?
whoever was in charge just made a dumb decision, because here's the one thing that I will say about, like, when you're going through a project, right? You have to have people that keep you on task. And it's been known that in the gaming world, that's why you're seeing a lot of layoffs as well. And that's not the only reason, right? But there's a lot of bloat from COVID, because you got COVID money, you got lots of money. So they scaled up. Everyone was playing video games. Everyone was watching live streams, right? But I think the problem is people got used to just doing what they do and not being pushed to do what they do. Now that's take that with a grain of salt, because there is crunch and things like that. But I think it's just gotten to the point where it's just like people are just showing up to work to show up to work, and that's it, right? Because what happens is, in an environment where you have creatives, it inherently excites everyone to be at work, and you will get stuff done like at lightning speed, because you're excited to push forward. But if it's drudgery, like, if you have to go to work and you're like, I got to go do this today, I don't want to freaking do this. Like, it's just, you're just going to drag your feet,
Fair point. I think also to piggyback off what Nate was saying, it's like, a lot of these games do come up with so much stuff that's doesn't seem necessary, which I think it ties into your thing, Mill. They're being driven to take less risk, so they implement all the things. Well, this worked for that game, that worked for this game, this for that game. Let's put it into this game. And because the investors want updates along the way, that's why we see so many reveals, which shows the investors as well that, hey, there's progress. We're doing stuff. In the process, we get, like what happened to Starfield. It's overhyped, and we see too much revealed. So when the game comes, it's still good, but we saw so much of the good already that it wasn't. There was far less mystery, and the mystery of the games is what drove a lot of the games back in the past. Because, like you said, Jedi, we didn't get a whole lot of reveals. It was like a trailer, you get a magazine reveal, and then boom, there's a game. You're like,
what was it? God. Tips and Tricks, PC Gamer, PlayStation,
and Nintendo Power.
Nintendo Power. Yeah.
Well, part of that too, Prime, is because they front load all their risk now. It's all about pre-orders and getting their money up front before they have to worry about the game sucking or not, or if they have
which
to
I still refuse to do now. I've learned my lesson too many times in a row.
Yeah,
I don't ever pre-order a game, ever, especially digital.
I want to. Yeah, for the rewards. I mean, I think one time I've ever played a game where the reward that I got for pre-order sustained more than half the game. The rest of it was overpowered by stuff in the game later on. Like, what's the point?
It's literally not innovation. It is playing dress up now. rather than innovation in gaming, which is fine. It's still cool to have a cool skin and be like, bro, you got that skin. It's awesome, right? But that shouldn't be the central point. It's kind of like
in single player games, skins in single player games is kind of weird to me. It's like off-putting.
What was the last
Unless there's the
single
case
player
back in
game
the day,
besides Starfield? Depending on where
he
we're
showed
going,
off the Dragon Age game where they had skins from Mass Effect. Now, if it's like cross, same what's the same developer putting cross skins,
like a little homage,
yeah,
like
that's
Soul Calibur.
That I like, yeah, Soul Calibur was a great thing. But this day and age, it's not. It's like, hey, you get a different variant of the same thing you can already get. It's just different color. I mean, to me, it's not motivation.
Yeah. It's I don't know, man. We can let us know in the comments below what you think about video games if they suck right now. So
it depends on game and developer. And
that guy on Twitter, yeah, he's in another podcast, but I think his name is Broken Games. He said something like, "We need to close the gaming borders. There's too many people having access to making games."
Well, okay, so I'm going to wrap this one up with this. Ubisoft is definitely one of them. They have Ubisoft Quebec, Ubisoft Paris, Ubisoft, what is it, Sydney, Ubisoft US, Ubisoft. There's like 2 different places up in Canada that they do different studio things. And if you want to see a game that you can relate on what goes on, watch Mythic Quest. If you don't have Apple TV, find someone that does. If you watch Mythic Quest, it will break down up until this last season that they just did, and it was a freaking tearjerker. I was not expecting how that show was about to end for that season. If you want to,
I'm on season 2, but I understand what you're saying.
I'm not going to spoil it, but you're gonna. It even goes through. I'll spoil one thing. It will go through a COVID episode. But I'm my buddy. He's a dev. He works for the developers that did Baldur's Gate.
Okay.
When he came home from Dublin for Christmas, and we were talking, he goes, "Dude, it's a roller coaster of everything." But he's like, because you have such old school gamers that have played Baldur's Gate, besides the new version of how we had to make the game easier for new generation kids, that's the path they went. But it was a very successful game. But it comes down to they're not everywhere like Ubisoft or Activision or
EA.
God,
saturated.
EA is all over the board too. So that's just how I'm going to wrap that one up, because when you have too many devs in different places, too many hands in the cookie jars, especially with the Star Wars game, I'm sorry. I think DICE should have taken this one because of how well DICE makes games. From Titanfall,
their Battlefront 2 game still looks amazing.
It really does. And the fact that they left it up and running, probably one of the best communities you can play with. But I honestly think DICE, I don't know how Ubisoft got this thumbs up from them.
Ubisoft makes actually really gorgeous games, though.
They do, but if you look at this game, Star Wars Outlaws, like I'm gonna play it, but we have to talk about it because Walk brought it up.
Yeah, I'll play it.
I'm worried about this game.
What version are you buying?
I'm gonna pay $15 for the freaking.
It's not 15 anymore.
What?
It's like $18, I believe. But either way, when I get around to it, it's probably going to be that too. I'm going to pay for a sub for a month and knock it out, and then.
I don't know with being partnered on the Ubisoft Plus if I get day one access to this game. They haven't notified anything on it, but I looked at pricing and I looked at what you get out of the pricing, and I'm like, first of all, you're not making a disc anymore. You're not making a cover. There's no plastic. There's no box. There's no booklet. There's nothing.
There's no overhead.
So if I get a collector's edition, what physical thing do I get out of any of this? Because before,
you said physical thing? No.
I'm just saying. I know, but why are we paying almost $200 for a game just to have a jacket, the battle pass, which I don't know how you do I guess they'll do it like how Diablo does it.
I don't know, but I mean, it's pretty ridiculous. $130 for an
I
ultimate
mean,
edition.
I've seen several breakdowns on, and basically they're making it so that they don't want you to buy the game. They want you to sub to it. And hopefully maybe you forget down the line or you enjoy other games on the same system. That's why you're paying so much for, either the partial game that's delayed or the $100 for the full game that's on time. Because, a couple days early, it's just means everyone else is delayed. The game's ready to go. The Job of the Hut thing is part of the game. They just sliced it so you pay extra for it. It's part of the game. It's not future DLC. It's like day one DLC. Like, when the day one DLC really become a thing?
Do they have early access in that price?
Yes.
Too?
There's 3-day early access.
That stuff is
right here. 3-day early access.
That's what people
don't get me wrong.
And a digital art book. You don't even get a physical. You get a digital.
Yeah,
so what's the point of what are you going to do? Look at it on your computer screen. Oh, that looks cool.
It's a fancy PDF.
I want something like this, bro.
That's where I'm with Mule. Like, how many times have we talked about? How many times have we listened to the Nintendo Powercast? And when they talk about pre-ordering a game, the buttons, the stickers, or like when we were talking about Pokemon, I know Josh doesn't necessarily dab deep in Pokemon, but it's like, why does the EU get a Pokeball and then we get a charm, we get a keychain?
Yeah.
I want a steel case like this.
You can still get steel cases. You just got to go to Best Buy.
But there's also other stuff that came with it. Look at Prime.
That is true.
Steel case, comic book, and a replica sword.
Or
art book.
What you get.
Like, look at Gears. Remember when Gears did the the chainsaw gun?
Remember when Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 came with night vision?
Yeah,
that was super cool.
Have you seen how much they're going for now? If you wanted to buy those,
I can't even imagine.
Don't look at your wallet, because your wallet's going to say, "Don't do it."
Good thing I'm not a collector. I am definitely away from all that.
This is the thing that worries me, though, guys. Is like it's like I worry because you have this outrageous price, and then you have like this stuff talking about like influencers being buttered up with freaking whale. They went on whale expeditions or something like that. Like, and they sent them to Disney, and like you did all that before they played your game. That's a little sus, like I don't know. You guys tell me if I'm wrong.
No,
I mean, so it's nice. I know with EA, you guys got treated to a cool event when we went out there, but they're giving a complete experience, dropping lots and lots and lots of money on these guys. I'm like, surely it's a little bit influential on their review, I'm assuming.
But they can lay off 45 jobs, right?
Yeah, I mean, they just laid off 45 people from.
I'm just saying, like, I mean, unless you're Activision and you're making $1 billion off of season 1 in microtransactions, which they did a whole bunch of layoffs. Like, I don't understand how you can pay all these, no offense, being a streamer and everything else, and we all dab into it, and we've all had our fair shares of behind the scenes this, or here, we're going to invite you to this. But it's just like, if you're making billions of dollars, are you pocketing your profit and you're just going, you know what? We don't need this. We like Activision. We don't need customer service. You ever try calling Activision customer service? Good luck. They will never get back to you.
Yeah,
it's probably all AI now anyway.
So you got the buttering up, you got the job cuts, and then you got the age-old saying that's, well, not age-old, but it's a long time saying now that Ubisoft executives, they've already publicly said they want players to get used to not owning your games. So you're paying all this extra money, and you're not owning your game at all. I mean, it's not just Ubisoft, but the fact that they've come out and said it, this is our plan now. We're not going to own our games anymore.
If they would have never said that and just did how Game Pass is, they would succeed.
I'd have to agree.
Because Game Pass, I will say this: out of anything besides my Steam library of 100 games that I own that I never play,
getting there.
Game Pass gives me the option to play what I want, how long I want, and they keep their stuff up. And then And if you compare any subscription service, any gaming subscription service, and you pair it to Game Pass, they will not win. Sony's not even there. I get Game Pass is raising their rates a little bit. Who cares?
Yeah.
You're getting more for one price.
Yeah, right.
I mean, you could pay $60 Well, I guess Nintendo's got it good. You pay $60 a year, and
my thing with that is it didn't raise from like 2017, right? Then in 2 years, it's raised twice. So by the time next year comes around, are we gonna paying $30
I sure hope not. But
and then 35, and then 36, and then it's already, I don't know. I just don't.
That's part of the reason why this is the first time I actually canceled my Game Pass, because
I did too.
Neither me or my son are going to be playing games that are on these next few months. They're on Steam for me, but whenever Stalker 2 launches, I'll resub for a month, play that, and then down the road buy it on sale because I'm probably going to want to mod it. So I hear the modding community for Stalker is awesome.
If you haven't played the first
I actually
one,
canceled Game Pass. I'm like, I just canceled Game Pass. First time in 8 years?
I like it because I don't have to spend. I like it because I don't have to spend. For instance, I get the price. I get why they have to raise the price. They got to be able to pay. That you got to pay someone. And I will say this: at least Microsoft talks to their community. They listen to their community for the most part. Same with some devs. Activision
They
does
will not say what you like. They talk to you.
I think they overshare. To be honest,
I will say this: they are in the business of development. Whether they want to put out a new console or not doesn't matter. The box you can't see right here is a Microsoft product regardless. But I'm going to pay for a service that I've never had any issues with. Anytime I've had to dispute something, they've always gotten back to me that day, and they say, you know what? Give us a few days. I get an email back. Same with buying a game. Steam is great at it too. Steam has the best customer service. But anytime I've bought in a game, I'm going to say this, Battlefield 2042, I was not happy with 2042. Was not in any way, shape, or form. Yeah. When they did, I literally went in, submitted a refund. First, they denied it because I had too many hours into it. And then I was like, you don't understand. I uninstalled this game because those hours that you see on there were me trying to play with people on PC because you did not cross-play it yet. And all of us were under the impression we could play across the board.
Dang.
They took that and they said, you know what? You're right.
The
Refund.
Yeah.
Elden Ring, same thing. God, I'm going to get so much hate. Can we mute this part of the section when you go to post it live? I think Elden Ring is a great, beautiful game. They did not hit the spot with the multiplayer to play with your friends.
Yeah, it's different. There's
too much work and too many things to make it happen.
Yeah.
You can do it in Dark Souls. Nope. Dark Souls made it perfectly easy across the whole game, not sections, the whole game.
See, and it didn't need a mod to make it perfect. I've seen the mod that's out there for Elden Ring. I hear it's amazing, but you need a mod to fix it.
But how do console players, when it's crossplay, want to play with their friends on PC, but they can't use the mod because of console restrictions?
Yeah, that's pretty much the only true failure I can see of Elden Ring. Besides that, I've surprisingly liked it way better than I imagined.
I mean, it's great, but when you got over 1 million runes on a new game and you're on your way back to go cash that stuff in, and then you get attacked by a player and it pushes you into a tribe of other enemies and you die. Have you ever alted F4 and uninstalled a game that fast?
Welcome to Elden Ring.
I mean, my online may be off because of that.
So,
but
hey, just a quick shout out for Everest Productions here. He's got some great stuff on his channel, guys, especially if you like Star Wars. Go check him out.
Is this the AI stuff?
No, he's doing a thing for Plagueis. So you may have seen one of my reaction videos with one of his videos that he created. It's freaking awesome. He's doing a fasting call right now. Yeah, go check him out, guys.
Great dude. Link.
Yeah. See, man, Elden Ring, I was surprised because I thought I would hate it, and I freaking love it. I mean, I haven't got back into it because I've just been sidetracked with stuff, but I freaking love it. Like, it's a great game. It's a single player experience. That's what I'm going to say. It's not like a multiplayer experience.
You're right on that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been loving it with that single player experience too. I'm 138 hours, and I just look forward to knocking out of the quest. getting a new armor piece. I mean, it's just the small things that are awesome. The story's there, but you got to really like find it. That part, I'm like, it's not my flavor.
You have to hunt. Yeah.
I like more of a direct story, but I love the open world. I love how the open world is not just completely like dead. There's stuff to do, but the individual mini bosses and bosses are actually a lot of fun, especially whenever you're actually strong enough to do it. And if you're not, you can come back and do it later. I love that. I said I'd never played a Souls game since Bloodborne.
Have you played DLC?
No, I have. I'm maybe 2/3 through the game right now.
Okay. Stay off of TikTok.
I've seen some spoilers here and there because watching DLC play got me into actually the base game. So that was smart on them.
Yeah.
Quick. No, go ahead, Jedi.
Oh, I was gonna say, it just blows my mind watching the speedrunners play that game.
Oh yeah, dude. Some of those guys are freaking nuts, man. So hey, real quick, want to answer this question from Whisper, who said Vader and Ben's fight in Kenobi show had an effect on their dialogue. Did it have an effect on their dialogue in New Hope?
Yes.
Yeah,
depending on how deep it affected you and how ironic between what was said back and forth. And if you watched Clone Wars with Ahsoka, if you tie everything in between that and then everything for up until Revenge of the Sith into going into the Obi-Wan and then rewatching New Hope? Am I losing my mind?
New Hope. Yep.
New Hope. It really puts a whole new emotion to it, because when you hear just for how old, going back to the 70s of that movie that was, you kind of get a reflect to it. And to me, it totally puts a whole new like emotion effect on there, which then ties into Luke and Vader in going on from there. Like if you really want to dig into it, it really does to me. I'm a huge Star Wars fan. I even have the Jedi. I'm not going to pull it down, but I do have the Jedi logo tattooed right here.
Do it.
Okay, it doesn't show nipples, but it's right there.
Nips.
Where's the nips? No, I'm just...
We have to go to the green app for that. We all know this.
Yeah. Yes, that's true. Yeah.
Speaking of open world-ish, Souls-ish games, is anyone else here besides me excited for Black Myth Wukong?
Mixed reviews at the moment. I've seen the gameplay. The graphics look good. I know they've been talking about it for a couple years now. They announced.
Yeah,
when did Warhammer Darktide get announced or come out? That's when
last year.
That's when Wu-Tang was basically
Wukong.
Yeah,
same.
They actually came out and said it's not a Souls-like. So that's
right. That's what I was kind of leading
like
that. Yeah. That was what that's actually what got me more interested. Was obviously beautiful, the gameplay, but I heard it's less Souls-like and more forgiving. I'm like, oh really? More forgiving than Elden Ring? I'm like, oh, you have my attention.
Well, what's the drama that's going on with it too?
See, games don't suck,
dude. Oh my gosh, the drama for this.
Is it worse?
I'd say 99% reviews are like, or 9s and 10s. Yeah, some that are super low. The ones that are super low are still breathing and spreading the stuff that on the hit piece from like last year IGN dropped, where there was like screenshots of poorly translated screenshots of people from game science were being sexist or something towards women, and it was never proven or disproven, but basically every single media out there ran with this for a while. They're even still running it now. They'll like show a review of Wukong. By the way, they were accused of this, but here's the review. But also lack of diversity.
Look, it's a freaking monkey, dude.
Missing Xbox.
Isn't this based off of Chinese mythic stuff? Isn't like
exactly.
It's the Monkey King, right?
He's a shapeshifter. Yes. It's a monkey guy. It's 1600, mythology from China. I don't get why something has to be injected and changed to make it great. But nature point, yes, they're just missing Xbox.
Yeah, that was a big drama thing too.
But the thing I don't get, it says game performance is unpolished. Game's not out yet. It's not whether they got to touch things up. It's not done. Lacking.
Well, it's going
okay.
gold,
Well,
right?
I'm not even gonna go over the middle one because that's like saying we're gonna change the Greek gods and other things back then.
Yes.
Gameplay becomes repetitive over time. Name me a game that does not get repetitive over time.
God, no, I'm just joking.
That's why games suck.
That's why games suck.
They
Okay,
overstay
well,
their welcome. They have
okay, there we
overstayed.
go.
their
No,
welcome.
it's just creativity, man. This is okay. A great example because he's here in the chat with Everest Productions. He is literally writing and doing a better production of Plagueis than what we got in Acolyte. It's like fans are the ones that are having to do the cool writing and the cool stuff. And so, like, man.
So Acolyte is the reason why I unsubscribed to Disney Plus.
Oh man.
I got through the second episode, and then I know we talked for a little bit, Mule. I forgot what we were playing, but we were talking about it. And then I was like, you know what, I'm sorry, but when you kill Star Wars, I might get it back after seeing the new Goonies version of Goonies in Space.
Skeleton Crew.
Yeah.
Like if that comes
does
back,
do Goonie vibes. Yeah.
and
It does look pretty good.
And with what they're doing and bringing back with having God, now I'm forgetting names now.
Mando.
Yeah, for Mando and Grogu. That might bring me back, but until then, like I almost feel like George Lucas is kind of like, what did I do?
Right.
I think he's hinted to that a few times.
Like
Because here's the thing. Media is not our friend, man. These IGN, all these outlets, they're not our friends. They're terrible. And so that was the whole reason why George Lucas didn't go through Hollywood to do Star Wars, because he didn't want them to get a hold of it and change his ideas and the things that he wanted to do, because he was all about creating something that can stand the test of time. And that's telling a classical story of good versus evil. It doesn't have to be tentpole and about certain current issues, right? It just needs to be about, you can, if you make it about good and evil, a classic tale, like almost like a Greek mythology or something like that, then it will stand the test of time. A great example of that is Lord of the Rings. It doesn't matter what era or when you watch this movie, you will take something from it and be like, this is art. It's so good. You know?
Yeah, because like when I saw you do your reaction to episode 3, and we all know I'm a huge Revan fan. Huge. I have the books of Legends. I have the books of the Old Republic. Like, that's the reason why I liked playing Knights of the Old Republic, Knights of the Old Republic 2. I still go back and play them on PC. And how I used to like playing SWTOR online.
Yeah.
It had all the backstory. It had all the canon of Revan, Malik, every evil Sith you could think of. They brought in the armors. You had to pay a little extra, but when they announced the Revan one, I got that one. When they got Bane's, I got that one. That was like storytelling at its best. And then when I saw your review and talking about certain things, I'm not going to spoil it for anyone because someone can go watch it and scratch their head and play the Rubik's Cube with that. But when I saw you do the reaction and talking about what was done in episode 3, I was like, so does Revan just not exist anymore? Does what's the book that you got that takes place after the Old Republic, but right before
You're talking about the Shadows of the Sith?
No, not that one. The light one where they have like.
So that's the New Republic, or the newer stuff that's between when the Republic was set up and stuff.
Yes. So I'm like, does all this just wipe away then? Does the whole story of Darth Plagueis the Wise and you got to read the book. It'll go in on how everything happens on that story. Great book. I'm just wondering, does that not matter anymore? Like, is that all wiped away?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know what here's the problem is it's just the story was so incoherent and made zero sense, and they just kind of did what they wanted to do. I mean, they made Plagueis look like a creeper in a cave, and that's not who Plagueis is. I mean, he's freaking smart. That's why the Emperor killed him in his sleep. Like,
yeah. Oh, read the book. Have you read Pelagius yet? Oh my
I
gosh.
haven't read. Like
I will mail it to you. Don't even buy it. I will just mail it to you. You can keep that copy because I have 2.
Yeah.
It is very detailed, and it is what he learns because everything starts with Bane. When Bane learns how
Rule of
to
2.
go back to the rule of 2 because the Sith started setting up how the Jedi were setting up. It talks about how they get everyone convinced with the 1,000-year Mandalorian War. Like, there's a lot of things in these books that it talks about that you start to see when you watch Clone Wars, The Mandalorian, The Book of Boba. There's a lot of things that really intertwine, and you're just like, oh,
that's good. Yeah.
And then you get to the Acolyte, and you're like, it's like a ball of
sucks.
yarn unraveling, and you're just like, And it literally made me go, you know what, Disney, I'm sorry. I used to love being a Disney kid. Mickey Mouse Club was cool. All this stuff that we grew up with.
A Disney kid now.
Ooh.
Dude, I always thought I wanted to be a Nickelodeon kid, and then I watched.
What are your thoughts, Natty?
I was like, ooh, but no, I got to the point
where digital footage with all this new movies. The digital footage, like, Mule, you posted that Boba Fett thing on Twitter. That looked like a Power Ranger episode. It looked like they were in the middle of a park fighting with costumes on, and that's my biggest beef with the new stuff. It really was, and like I just watched Twisters, right? And that was actually filmed in 35 millimeter. So the CGI looked really good. It blends way better.
Absolutely did.
So does Twisters take place after Twister, or is it?
It's just
its
kind
own
of like
movie in its own.
Yeah, it's loosely connected.
Okay. I was trying to tie that in, kind of like because I was
not
like,
a remake. It's nor is it a sequel. It's just is.
Okay. Yeah. But it was good though.
Yeah.
Okay.
I liked it.
I'm gonna see it.
I think Disney. This is the thing. I think Disney's been taking so many L's lately. They really needed Deadpool and Wolverine to be awesome, and it was awesome. But it also, from what I mean, this is just rumor, of course. I can't in speculation from these rumors, but I think that Bob is going to start really cleaning house because people are just tired of crap stories. They're just tired of quotas. Like they want real life. Like they want something that they can relate to. Like, you know, it's like you've lost touch with your audience.
Like bring back a classic of this happy ending. Dragon.
Well, we had that with X-Men. X-Men was awesome. X-Men 97. Did you guys watch that?
Yeah, dude, that brought me back. That brought me back to like coming home from elementary school.
That was way better than I expected.
And now it may not even happen. I don't know if y'all saw that news.
Yeah, it might not happen. I mean, they're about to find someone else to pick it back up because the homeboy that wrote it, he's in some deep doo-doo water. And
isn't that what happened with one of the guys from Rick and Morty?
I mean, this is pretty bad. He sent like sexually suggestive hero poses
to other dudes in the studio.
Okay, here, I'm gonna do the same thing here. Ready?
Wait. Hold on. I kind of felt like that's how the 90s was.
Probably. I mean, honestly, there were so many inappropriate things back.
Like, so I'm a huge fan of watching the show Friends. I used to watch it when I was a kid with my mom. Now that I'm older and I rewatch it, I'm like, oh my God, this would be canceled right now.
Oh yes.
Oh yeah.
But I still rewatch
Friends,
it.
You can't play that now live. I mean, you can't make a show like that anymore.
Yeah.
The comedy is not what it used to be. Although I hear it's making a little bit of a comeback.
Yeah. I mean, Nate knows. He was a comic.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'm never worried about getting canceled. You're going to cancel me. I'll strangle you with the microphone cord. I mean, that's just
yes.
you come up on stage. Watch out, Will Smith. I ain't gonna let you slap me.
Yeah.
So.
We've seen pictures. We know.
I'm just gonna go to a comedy thing, and you're gonna get a picture of Nate just totally strangling me, and he's like, he didn't even say anything wrong. He just wanted me to strangle him.
I mean, troll's fine, whatever. But it's just comedy itself has been very like tiptoe, and I like some of the stuff like Deadpool, Wolverine is kind of refreshing to, all the jokes, we'll say.
Yes.
Oh, so many jokes that I was like, oof.
Oh, here's a fun fact. So, it's crude and crass compared to, for your younger audiences or your very mature audiences. My mother loves going to the movies. and her friend said, "Hey, let's go watch this." And she didn't quite warn her friend about how crude and crass it was. And they're older, very conservative. And she walked out. I was like, my friend told me, "Why did you let me watch that? That was so weird." And I'm like, "Mom, I tried to tell you." But it was freaking hilarious. I mean, this is what they needed. It really catered toward the audience. It catered to what made Marvel great. And I heard recently that, Marvel Studios has done a lot of cutting what wasn't working, and they're going to focus going forward on what is going to work. And I keep saying that's what Disney needs to do, especially if what's her name, Kathleen, wants to exit on a W. Like she said,
Oh my gosh.
she saw everyone calling for retirement, and she said somewhere in interviews, like, "Okay, I'll retire, but I want to go out on a W." Like, you've had all this time to make a W, but yet you haven't really tried to make a W. So why this statement? I don't get it. I think she wants to leave a legacy, but I don't know where her mind's not in legacy mode.
I don't know.
So
It got me to go see. I didn't see it. Never mind.
No, say it, Nate. Let me hear it.
No. I was gonna say I didn't see it in theaters. I didn't see it.
I got you, bro. Yeah, I'm gonna read.
I hear what you're saying.
Yeah. Picking up what I'm putting down.
Yeah.
VPN.
Yeah. No. I mean, this is like backpack.
I got you.
Might not been HD.
It was actually a really good. I actually, you know what? Never mind. I was gonna say I got to hear the reaction when everything. So I was at the theaters, but I wasn't. Yeah.
You're at the theaters.
I could hear.
You just happened to be there.
I've heard of this thing called remote viewing.
Exactly.
Hey, I will say, when I did my review for Deadpool, I took my camera with me because I wanted to record inside, like outside, and a couple of B-roll shots in the theater. And I was like, dude, I'm not leaving this camera in my truck while I'm watching a movie. So I was like, do you guys care if I bring this in? And the guy kind of looked at me for a second. And he was like, at the time, he was like maybe 16-year-old manager. He's like, just don't point it at the screen.
So I watched Mule's version. I watched Mule's version of the movie.
That's what it was. Yeah.
What?
Thanks.
Really, what I
link
did
to
is
that
I
one so
pointed-
I can watch it from home.
Yeah, I pointed at the screen and recorded it the whole time. This was paying the bills, guys.
Oh, dude, you
Hey,
remember
man.
when that used to be the thing when you wanted a movie before it came out, and you're like,
Oh,
dude,
my
what am I
gosh.
watching this on?
Yeah.
Well, I sacrificed
LimeWire.
my visual integrity to watch this.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was like, hey, dude, it looked like Mystery Science Theater 3000 with everybody getting on.
Oh my gosh.
Classic.
Yeah.
Hey, I got
DC.
one more thing.
DC's.
Unless you guys got anything. What were you saying? Nate? DC what?
I was just reading the comments. Wakape said the DC ranking.
Oh yeah,
DC
yeah.
movies have not.
I just put a thing in there that said pull that bubble back up. That was my thumbs up when you pulled that bubble up the first time on the on what walk up. Is it walk up or walk up?
Yeah, walk up. Hold on. That was the wrong one. This one right here.
That one, and the second one too.
Yeah.
I
So
think
he said,
should-
O'Meal, you should do a DC EC rankings list since you did a Marvel one.
Have you not seen his
Yes.
Have you not seen his TikTok? He struggles on some of these. His little head nodding, and then he's like, "No." Like your Star Wars one with the characters.
You could just do a tier list for Batman's. The people that played Batman.
Dude, some of I used that tier list. I could not see. I'm getting old. That's basically it. I couldn't see
They
some
were
of the
small
freaking
icon.
icons. I was like, what is that icon, man? Yeah. Okay, I'll just
Go
say
ahead.
this. What is your favorite DC movie to date? We'll end it with this.
John Wick.
That's not
What?
DC.
Catwoman with Halle Berry.
That's like saying Ghost Rider's not part of Marvel, or Blade wasn't part of Marvel. Nobody knew this until they watched Deadpool. This new generation had no idea.
Yeah.
They might have.
Straight
They were
up
already
DC.
making a Blade movie.
Straight up DC. It'd probably have to be the Dark Knight trilogy.
Yeah.
or
Okay.
probably the first or second one of that trilogy.
Okay. Here comes mine.
Why
judge.
so serious?
Tim Burton's version of Batman, because those are the best, darkest Batmans ever. Michael Keaton.
Okay.
It's a classic that holds up in my mind easily.
Followed by the Val Kilmer and the George Clooney Batman, because Jim Carrey and
no.
Tommy Lee Jones were in it, and
Bro.
Arnold Schwarzenegger. After
Yeah.
that,
That guy out
got
of here.
Got too colorful.
Holy
But what
Mr.
killed-
Metal Batman.
but what killed the dinosaurs? The Ice Age. Come on.
Everybody's
Everyone freeze.
Best DC.
Yeah.
I can't think of all
I just
It
like
had to
those
be-
ones. It was
It
so
had
it
to
was
be-
it was a darker time.
one of the Batmans. Those are probably the most successful DC movies. It wasn't a big on Suicide Squad. Either of
Aquaman
them.
was-
That's the problem with DC. They constantly like make a movie and then they make another one of the same thing. It's a bunch of different characters, and they make another one, and you're like, dude, I can't. This is why I don't
Retcon
like
it
the
and then
multiverse
retcon it.
storytelling.
Yeah.
Like
Their
Super.
animations, their animation movies though are pretty dang solid.
Which
Oh.
one? Oh yeah,
The
Back in the day?
Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy one's really good. And what is it, Kite Man?
Batman and Ninja Turtles. That was a cool one.
Oh, I've
I
not
haven't
that
seen
one
that. I
yet.
heard it's good.
That's on HBO. Or
I
need to
may
get,
have to like review that.
Get
or
Nady's
something.
Nady's link and check it out.
I got
OnlyFans?
matched too. Wait. Is that a banned word on the tube?
which one?
I don't know.
The
We'll
only
find
dads.
out.
Only farmers.
We'll
Only
find
friends.
out.
Only Farmers. That's what I was saying.
I
Yeah,
think
that
the big thing is on YouTube is the if you keep the cursing to a minimum or you have it in a thumbnail, then they will like
Bump it down.
cut your video. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I
Yeah.
think that's definitely. I mean,
Yeah. Go ahead, Nate.
no, go ahead.
I was gonna say, Prime. We didn't hear what yours was. You said one of the trilogy, but did you narrow it down?
I said the first or second one. I can't decide.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And Nate, you said Batman.
It's got to be one of the Batman movies. I mean, it's probably Dark Knight. I mean, I like the Bane one too.
I mean, could we just single it to just Batman? Because like Superman, it takes forever to get to an action scene. Batman, it's here, slow, action, slow,
Boom, boom, boom.
detective. That like,
Yeah.
to me,
Yeah.
Batman's more successful. And if you have like that, if you're a Tim Burton fan or you grew up like with Edward Scissorhand, Beetlejuice, like let's face it, like you see Gotham now and you're like, dude, what is Gotham? And then like you go to Gotham, then you're like, ooh,
Yep.
That was a dark place.
That was
like you don't like it's kind of like going to a different country. They go, oh, just stay where the touristy stuff is. That's Gotham. You don't take any shortcuts.
Yep.
You don't go out after night. You go home.
Yep.
yeah,
So I think mine is the Flash.
Which one?
you're
The new one?
Why you
The one-
why are you trolling, bro? Why you
Like-
trolling?
like the guy that got in trouble for stealing because he thought he could do the Flash things. What's his name?
Oh my god.
and the Green
Ezra Miller.
Lantern.
Yeah. Green Lantern. Yeah.
It's Ryan's favorite too.
I'm going out on a limb here because just the stuff that I'm seeing on X and things like that, I really think James Gunn's Superman is going to be freaking awesome, and it's going to be the Superman I've always wanted.
But it's
Because,
James
like,
Gunn.
He's the guy that did Guardians of the Galaxy, all that stuff. Yeah.
Me too.
So I think what he's going for is the more classic tale of Superman, which is a beacon of light, good boy, like
Smallville.
Boy Scout kind of feel, almost like how Captain America was, right?
Okay.
Like it's like the good dude, the good heart, the good-hearted guy. His symbol means hope, and he's representing hope and things like that. And so I really I think mine will probably be that movie he makes, because right now the only thing that I really liked in DC that was really, really good is I'll probably have to say, I think it was called Dark Knight, when you have Joker with Heath
Yeah.
Dark, because
Heath
that
Ledger,
was
yeah.
that was
Yeah, Dark Knight.
freaking good, dude. That was
Yeah.
just so good.
So
That opening scene with the mask, oh my gosh.
That whole movie was great. The storytelling, making Batman look like he's not that far off from a villain, and all that mind tricks, the Joker. I mean, I loved it. It was like one of the
Yeah.
It was a great
A
movie.
true vigilante, the anti-hero.
Yep.
Exactly.
Mhm.
So it took
Well,
me-
he still didn't kill. That's why I like the Punisher and Blade, and we need those guys.
To this bubble that got popped up, it took me 4 days to get through this movie.
Really? You just didn't like it?
It was slow.
It's a very detective style.
I thought he played a very good Bruce Wayne. He played a very good Bruce Wayne. If they put anyone else in the suit to do the talking, I think it would have been better. But it started off so slow, and because of like the time I get home from work, by the time I'm done, like shower, dinner, put on a movie, I'm already like.
Ben Affleck did okay, old Bruce Wayne.
It wasn't
he did.
bad.
He did, man.
It wasn't bad, but it was different for me because I'm used to like, I've got money, I've got gadgets, I've got a car. And this one I was like,
Ben Affleck was a better Wayne than he was a Batman.
Correct.
In my opinion.
And then going back to the Superman thing, besides Christopher Reeves, who will always be Superman, I'm kind of bummed that I thought Henry Cavill was the next Christopher Reeves of hoping Superman. Right. And then when I found out that with The Witcher, I was like, okay, but I did not realize how much of a nerd he is. Now he's doing with Amazon.
He's
doing a Warhammer, and from the scenes of everything
about that, they're still in deadlock because Henry is such a nerd, such a fan, loves the franchise. He's basically not letting them Witcher him. And he's not basically, I think from what I've read, Amazon has had several ideas they want to throw his way. And he's like, no, not doing that. No, not doing that. Because he has full creative control. And they've yet to come to a full agreement to actually move forward and start filming.
Which I don't get, because he's going off of the full lore. He's literally going off of like...
he has, but Amazon wants to do their thing and change things up. And he's like, no. Not doing that, and that's why they still have yet to.
Then he needs to take it to Peacock, because I'm sorry, but Twisted Metal was really good. I liked Twisted Metal. Five Nights at Freddy's, total Five Nights at Freddy's kind of vibe, and then it's kind of like, hate me for all you want. I liked the Halo series. The fact that Paramount just axed season 3, I was like, well, first of all, we're finally getting into the part now that we're undeveloped with this.
2 seasons now, though.
I don't care. So you had to do a prologue, and this is what I like that was different, because all of us Halo fans, we're all used to that Master Chief. This was like a whole new reflect on a whole different version. Yeah, but it was leading up into the Flood, and now you're gonna axe it. And I'm over here like, first of all, we just got to the Arbiter, we're just now getting to the Flood, and you want to axe this right now? I really
had to. They shut the whole thing down.
Yeah, that too. But think about it.
It's done.
And I'm just saying this. I'm hoping that the writers and everything find a new home for that, because they did the same thing. I love, if you watched Fire Country on Paramount with the whole whatever just happened, and they finally just did this last season. Fire Country is now coming to Netflix. They did the first 2 seasons, and it is a great series.
Just like with Expanse, it was on Sci-Fi Channel. Then Amazon made it bigger. Expanded. They did a pretty good job. I hear that that's the worry and also the hope for Warhammers. If it doesn't work out through Amazon, someone else picks it up and they basically can agree with Henry out the gate to do it how it's supposed to be done. So we'll see. I mean, there's a lot of unknowns right now.
Because I mean, that would be like, okay, look at the D&D character, look at the D&D players that did Vox Machina. Awesome, total D&D, and I'm a huge D&D fan. I even watch their show on. I forgot what they have it on now. I don't think it's on Twitch anymore. I still watch them through YouTube after they film their seasons and everything. And I like, if you're gonna let these D&D guys who are strict to lore and everything else to the character, why can't we have something based off of that? You did the same thing for Fallout, but Fallout, you could go any direction. There is no direct storyline to anything, shape, or form on any Fallout game. That goes with 76. You got to be your own vaulter. So let Henry Cavill make a great movie, because we don't really get a lot of those.
Oh
no, you did. That's what I was ending on mine.
The show format is tiring me out too, because it's so you think about it, it's 2 seasons What was that?
He was just gasping.
I just read Mule's comment because now I'm like,
Yeah.
wait, what am I paying for right now then? Okay, I get SpongeBob. I'm okay with that.
I think the show format, if you don't keep somebody engaged, I mean, like it was finally getting good. You got to remember that's like 20 hours in, you know, it's literally 20 hours. Make a movie where you have act 1, act 2, act 3, then close it. And then it's more of a tight story instead of so much fluff. And that's tiring as a show.
Is very tiring.
Like Mandalorian. I'm not saying anything bad about it. I like the fact that they're doing the movie now.
Yeah.
I just don't want to
was a
see
little fluffy.
Master Cheeks. I'm just tired of Master Cheeks. I want to see Master Chief.
Come on, Mule. We got to appreciate the cheeks.
Well, I'm sorry that Rooster Teeth, after 20-something years, decided to say we're closing our doors.
Yeah. Yeah, they laid off a ton of people at Paramount and shut down their whole TV thing. So, I mean, someone could pick up Halo, but you know,
I hope they do because I was enjoying it because it was a different style of Master Chief, like the training and like the whole story of like when we played what was the one that they
ODST?
did? No, before ODST. Wait, it was before ODST.
It was ODST, then Reach.
So when they showed the fall of Reach happening and they were talking about all this and this, and then they threw in Klaus. I don't know if anyone watches Vampire Diaries or the originals, but when I saw the guy that plays Klaus come on there, I was like, oh, because of the character he plays, you know, he's a scheming evil, but can play it off to this and this. I was like, this is great. Yeah. And so then when it plays into what happens with Onyx Squad and everything, and it's like, oh, everything's fine. Oh yeah. Like they knew what was going on. It makes me wonder when I go back and play Reach, I'm like, dude, did we know this was about to happen? And then like when you see exploding stuff and everyone doesn't know, it's like, are we playing this squad that didn't know what happened, whether there was an Onyx Squad? Like it literally like kind of like blew my mind on playing the game again. And I feel like they can play off of that. Cool. Master Chief took his helmet off. We played a game where he didn't really get a break between battles. What was he doing in between battles that we don't know about? They filled it in.
He was always battling, bro. Don't you know?
Okay, well, Sith don't take their masks off for anyone. And what did Kylo do all the time?
Kathleen Kennedy.
Well, even the removing of the helmet and stuff didn't bug me that much. It was just the progression. Like, progress already.
Yeah, it was surprising and a little annoying, but it was like, it's fine.
Yeah, the thing was like the first episode draws you in. Then the first 3 episodes draw you in. Then it goes deep, little miniature stories here and there, character development, but like unnecessarily to stretch it out. And then you get the last 2 episodes, and that's where they start leaving you on the cliffhangers. And that gets like, oh my goodness.
It's about making money.
Exactly.
The boys.
This is why I'm not into it. I've tried watching that.
I mean, they kind of did the same thing. I like the show. I think season 5 that just ended? That one, season 5 was different, but
I heard the last season was pretty bad.
Yeah, it's the last season I couldn't really get much into. Prior to that, I always had my attention. Always.
Yep. I think they need to figure out what they're going to do with the main superhero bad guy.
Homelander.
Yeah, they got to figure out what they're doing with him now because I think they wrote his character and he's just gone.
I think they pulled The Walking Dead. They had a lot of source material, and once they got past the existing source material, it went off in different directions, and fan base got split. Now, it's happening to the boys. They're going past the source material. Now the fan base is split.
Walking Dead was such a great show until like, I don't care if they killed off, a main character. That has to happen. There has to be that feeling of threat. There has to be that feeling of, or it is plot armor, right?
Yep.
So there has to be that threat.
Where
they lost me was overstaying their welcome season per season. It's just slow build. The mid-season finale, go. And then wait 3 months or 4 months, wherever their mid-season break used to be.
Watch it. You need to watch it.
I've never watched it either.
Just watch it. I will say this. Do not read the comic first. Do not read the comic first. It will.
I will never watch it.
It's too scary for me.
No, I just don't like zombie shows.
It's scary.
Shoot.
He doesn't like wearing diapers, so he can't watch
Dude,
it.
No, zombie shows are just so stupid. It's the same thing every time. And I'm
But
just
you don't
like,
have-
good sometimes.
I mean, 28 days
So
later.
is using a lightsaber to cut your hair.
That's so stupid.
Did I miss something
the
on
thing-
the lightsaber cutting of the hair?
Isn't that the,
dude,
wasn't
That's
that
in
the
the
only
Afterlife.
the only zombie show that I actually kind of liked that I watched, and it wasn't like super recent. It was like early 2000s when it came out. World War Z.
That was a movie.
Yeah, that wasn't gory
Great,
at all. though.
and that was off of a book.
Yeah.
Great book
Yeah.
too. Because the guy that wrote that book also wrote the Zombie Survival Handbook, and it's written like a Cub Scout book. You'll really
And
like
he's
it.
watched-
also
Yeah.
Mel Brooks' kid.
Oh, was it?
Max Brooks and Mel Brooks. He's Blazing Saddles and
Interesting.
all that.
Dang.
You need to watch 28 Days Later and 28 Weeks Later.
And now they're coming out with 28 years later.
No.
Oh, sweet. Did you ever catch the spinoffs of The Walking Dead?
No.
Well, not you, Mule, because I'm not going to ask them if they get scared.
I'm not scared of zombies. I just think they're stupid.
That's what
This
every
is
scared
stupid.
person says. I'm not.
So does that
I
make-
don't feel like it.
I mean, they're cool. It's like clowns. I can't stand clowns, but yet I'll go watch it.
Yeah, I'm there too, man.
But okay, last topic to wrap this up because this is a big one. It's going to
Yes.
be
What you
huge.
got? What you got? It's gonna be
Huge.
great.
Be
Huge. It's gonna be huge. It's gonna be great
Oh,
because this
boy.
is the first time that we finally get a game that's been in development for 2+ years. It's gonna be great. They're bringing things back. Movement's gonna be different. It's gonna be action intense. It's gonna make you grip your controller, your keyboard. You might even break a monitor or a controller. You might even throw your mouse like what I almost did on Valorant last night. Black Ops 6.
Oh snap!
Let's not judge yet because I will say this: the dive in coming from everything else, the dive in on this game from the leaks, from what they were allowed to say, from what some of the testers have gotten to show and everything. Oh boy, if you're a fan of zombies, I know they're stupid, but if you're a fan of zombies, I'm talking round-based zombies, they're bringing that back. They're bringing back the lore. They're bringing back the story. We're getting that finishing of the Black Aether and everything on a whole new island. 2 different islands for 2 different ways of playing coming out day 1 release.
I'll play some of that.
It's on Game
I've never-
Pass.
I've
Think of
never
all
been
the.
a fan of
I'm
zombie
saying, think
games
of
like that.
all the COD games you bought, and you're like, this is great. And then season 3 hits, and you're all, bleep, this game. And you're like, uninstall. I did that with Modern Warfare 2 and 3. I didn't make it past season 3 in MW3. That's how bad the game made me feel. But
The last
we
zombie
have-
game. Oh, go ahead.
we got
Sorry,
Omni
the
movement.
The pausing.
Oh no, you're good. We got Omni movement. Now you can sprint sideways and backwards. Oh yeah, let's watch. Yeah, play that music. Hit it, DJ.
Yeah,
Emmanuel,
right.
you take it away. Look at this.
I'm gonna get a DMCA.
Yeah. I forgot they do have the
Yeah.
they do have the Dragula song from Rob Zombie. But
Yeah.
for both maps, they're bringing back
I like it.
like they're bringing a lot of things back. There is also new things. You can inject yourself with zombie serum once you create it, and you get to turn into one of the maulers for X amount of time.
Nice.
But zombies,
Okay.
like, oh yeah. Just looking at, look, it's a little spider thing. I'm not gonna like this game already because I hate spiders.
Where's fake at?
There
Fake
is
Oh
doesn't
no,
watch
where's fake, man?
There
Where's
is a
fake?
zombie. There is a zombie Kraken. All this is day 1 release, and also the good thing about
Pre-order?
having it.
Yes. No.
Oh no, here's the good thing. If you have Game Pass, you automatically get that pre-order skin.
Really?
Nice. Okay.
Yep. And here's the other
Okay.
thing. Starting, so we have Call of Duty next on the 28th. August 30th through I think the 4th, we get the first open beta. And it's no longer PlayStation gets this week. Then it's open to PlayStation and everyone and blah, blah, blah. It's open
Everyone.
for across the board open beta starting the 30th. Then they will do their second round open beta. I forgot later on in September. And then after that, we get release day. Zombies day 1 release. There wasn't much about the campaign, but mainly they're bringing back, obviously going back to creative, we're getting, if you're a huge fan of any of the Black Ops games, we're getting firing range back, we're getting WMD back, and we're getting obviously Nuketown back, plus what other maps they're bringing day one.
It's going to be interesting because the beta is went right when Outlaws comes out on the 30th. So.
I will have you tabbed up.
I know. You're going to play COD.
You were going to get messages and messages going, but I'm playing Star Wars. Like, dude, you should have seen what I just did on COD right now. Dude, you would not
do both. Honestly,
have you ever sprinted backwards and dolphin dived backwards while shooting up the stairs?
That's
gonna be new. This Omni movement. I was talking with one of the Optic guys who's he's a retired COD pro. He's now on their Halo team. He's interested about it, but a lot of the COD players are trying to figure out how this is. I'm going to cut off here. There you go. There's your Mangler.
The Mauler. Yeah.
Or the Mauler. Yeah, you get to play as them for X amount of time. But they added a few new perk things into the game, and you're getting all the classic perks back. Everything's going to be essence and materials instead of it having to be like back on, what was it? Vanguard, where if I picked up crafting materials and you didn't get to pick them up, sucks to suck. Their materials are now per each person. So if it drops and I pick it up, you'll still see it if you have not picked up yours.
Nice.
They showed that dive right there, that dolphin dive you could do. See if I can pause it. Right there.
Yeah, the backwards.
Yep.
And then like as they laid on their back shooting, and then they turned to shoot the other way.
Yep. So they basically took things I could say negative about Activision. You're a AAA game, and it took you how long to, when you got disconnected from a game, to load back into the same game on Warzone? I mean, Apex had it to where if your game crashed and you went back in, you could get back into your game. But the thing that's sparking me with this is when it's Treyarch. You've never been let down by Treyarch ever. Sledgehammer and Waves, but when it comes to zombies and they're not doing the open world anymore, and they strictly came back with a comeback on this, I can't tell you how many hours during COVID. Mule can vouch for this. Prime, I think you've seen some of me and my buddies in the earlier days when I was working nights, playing and trying to run that storyline and trying just to get that finisher of zombies back during Cold War.
That sounds familiar.
Teddy's coming after you, Jedi.
Teddy, I go into your streams and say hi all the time. I love you though. I'm not hyping up COD. I'm just saying it's on Game Pass. So if you're not happy with it, you're not paying $60. You're not paying $60 to go. I'm done. Uninstall.
Game Pass and zombies, that has my attention. Because I'll be playing other games that I pay for.
Yeah, and I'm just like, okay, well, zombies. Like, you can play storyline, you can play rounds, or you can go try and find new things.
Just want multiplayer. That's it.
Oh, that's coming. That is coming.
Yeah.
And the fact that they finally bringing back firing range.
Yeah.
Black Ops 4 was my stop for playing, and then I ended up going to Apex. And then after Apex, I came out to Texas.
Don't go back to Apex.
Modern Warfare 2, the remake of Modern Warfare 2, they had to up on the extraction shooters with DMC. We played that a lot. Prime.
Oh, that was?
Yep.
Yeah, I love that DMZ. That was great. It was kind of like a smaller Warzone, pretty much, right? With AI.
It wasn't too hardcore for me, so I actually had fun. And we had like, a lot of dungeon running to find part and stuff. That was kind of cool.
Yeah, it was just kind of like they let it go.
So then my ADD kicked in and like, oh, cool, story-driven game. Sorry, Nate.
It's all good.
I kind of left you.
Yeah, but and I just hope, because they did hint that there will be a new Warzone, I just hope they don't port over the other 25,000 different guns from the past 5 COD games that have dropped. Because I'm like, dude, now it's like you're like, okay, what's the new meta? Scrolling. There's the gun. Okay, attachment. Okay, there's one attachment. 4 more to go. Like it's
a meta chases them.
Although
you don't need that many guns in one BR.
So get this, both of my 2 older boys, 13 and 10, they wanted to play COD because they see me play it. I'm like, all right, fine, I'll let y'all play COD.
no
So I
chat,
got 'em
right?
set up.
Like you
Dude.
took off.
I didn't help them. I got them set up. Like I made sure, they can't hear other people chatting and things like that, because of COD.
Yeah,
But
that's
I got them set up. They got in a party together, and their first day they get 3 wins in Warzone.
Those
Their
boys are good, man.
first freaking day. And I'm like, yeah, man.
Come on,
Like,
man.
come on, man.
well.
Yeah.
I got a good pitch for you after this beautiful, awesome live talk show podcast that you got going on, because it has to do with Black Ops, and it has to do with something that I started on Modern Warfare 2 that we want to bring back, and I want to bring it to you guys.
What is that? Tell me now.
Is it only ops?
You gonna do some customs?
It's only zombies. So
Only zombies.
we're bringing back. Am I allowed to talk about NLG on here or no? I don't know if I'm allowed. Okay, so No Life Gaming, something I started after I got a competitive play. Mule knows much about it because I like his gear and I want to send them my gear. Anyways, I'm thinking we're bringing back if you guys want to, bracket play tournaments again, either 1v1 gunfights, or we figure out how to do 2v2s, 3v3s, or 4v4s. I have a bracket thing already set up, ready to go. I can upload people's logos. I can make it to where if people aren't participating, they click on link and they can see what the bracket looks like while tuning in to anyone's live stream. So,
Okay,
That's freaking
cool.
awesome, dude.
yeah, and this comes from my buddy C-Mac, who is also a COD player with me. He's a camo skin grinder. He came up with this idea. I looked into it, got bracket stuff. He looked at it, approved it, and we went from having 5 people playing brackets for 4.5 hours to it turned into a full day thing just to get through the whole bracket.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
And
So what's
we
going
are
places?
and we are bringing back prizes, giveaways, whatever. Again, this is all something that's coming out of Jedi's pocket and a couple other NLG guys' pockets, but it's something we're willing to put up, and if it's something that builds, maybe
I love it, dude.
we'll turn into something else. So I'll get with you guys about it when it gets
Heck
whenever you guys are ready. I don't care what game you want to do it for. Bracket
And Nate,
A.
there's your multiplayer right there.
And there's your multiplayer, Nate. Find your team. It's not going to
Come
be
on,
it's
Nate.
not going to be 2 million or 5 million
Wow.
like what we're seeing at the
At
eSports
the start.
World
Kind of-
Cup,
oh.
but
I don't want to play. It's not worth my time then.
All right.
Probably,
I-
more,
that'd
than,
be super-
probably more
that'd
than
be super
Concord
cool.
though, so that's good.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to be playing.
Jeez, oh my
I think
gosh.
it's so hard to find people that, because sometimes that stuff takes practice, unless it's just like a social type of league, right?
Yeah.
that's why like when we start it turns into it builds up because it draws people because everyone's like, I want to show off my skills, and why not
Yeah.
do it on a platform where you have a streamer, and if you're streaming, I can tie my stream, click a button, and it shows your stream.
Boom.
Click
Yep.
it back. And because it doesn't fall under a CDL event, we can stream it on Twitch.
Love
Hey,
it,
there
man.
we go.
Hey,
That's pretty
so
awesome.
That'd be fun.
I wanted to show you guys something funny to end the stream, okay? It's a little Star Wars related, but I think you guys will
My
get a
Crocs
kick out of
today.
this. I think you're going to kick out of this, so let me preface this. The caption says, sounds like Yoda getting waterboarded.
I've seen this.
So listen to this.
Oh no. You can say that? What?
Yo, can you make this a sound thing when someone subscribes to your live stream?
What happened?
Follower alert.
Oh my god.
Oh, Walter, come here.
What happened?
That was so funny, man.
Oh, I had to leave y'all with something funny like that at the end there. Just a
I
little-
like it. I like it.
Yeah, a little
That
That was great.
dog. I don't know what kind of dog that was, but that was
It looks like a
hilarious.
little Frenchie.
Well, hey,
Yeah, he's a pug.
bros, thanks for joining. Hey, any of you guys that are watching, if you're in the Discord, you want to join us, we want to make this a community talk show.
Talking
Like-
E-flits.
If you want to come in, jump in, We can talk about whatever. We're doing an Xbox party chat style from back in the day where we just talk about whatever and just hang out with you guys.
Less
in the
bad
community.
words.
Oh, hold on.
Yes.
If we're doing that, hold on. I did this in COD one time, and it became viral with a lot of other people too. I wish I would have learned how clipping in YouTube works. But let's say like Prime is like shooting and not paying attention. You go into your little message thing. You say, "Oh wait, wrong chat."
Hey, I'm behind you.
Yeah, and then they turn around and then you blast them.
Yeah, I like it. Yeah. So, yeah, seriously, any of you guys that want to join. So, Teddy, any of you guys that want to join, you're in the Discord. We're just going to jump in and have fun. You can have a drink, whatever you want to do. We try to keep it PG-13 just because it's on YouTube. And for all you guys that are listening to us on the podcast feed, we appreciate it as well. Go watch us on YouTube, man. We're almost partnered. We're almost there. It's almost there.
It's like
So
it's like us
freaking close, man.
Dude, they're at the very end of the jawbreaker.
Yeah.
Do it.
And honestly, it'll really help us because, like, for me personally, a little personal side note is I'm trying to do this full time now. Like, part of it's kind of forced to, but I've always loved this, and I'm going to try to make a run at it. So we're going to see what we can do here, guys. So,
and I got a simple method for you. I did this with my kids' accounts here. Is bring up the old podcast playlist.
oh my gosh, there's some old ones in there.
YouTube will play continuously if it's sub 100 videos or
Oh,
67
man.
videos. So click that and let it run. And you got an hour a piece. That's going to put Mule over the mark in no time.
Yeah. Teddy,
Sick.
thanks for using the dad language, by the way. All right, guys. Hopefully we'll do this probably next Friday. I'm going to try to make it a Friday thing. So we'll try to make it common. Any of you guys jump in, invite your friends. It'll be fun. We'll blow a lot of stuff up. And like, comment, and subscribe. Appreciate it, guys.
Do
Blow
it.
it up.
Peace.